morning, coming to you live from the gym at Sullen Park Fire. This is the 343 commitment. It's still counting, 110 floors for Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan from Battalion 4. Battalion 4 was housed at a station known as Fort Pitt, and it was housed with Ladder 18 and Engine 15. Although from what I'm reading, he was also assigned to Engine 6, which was the Beekman Tigers, still there in Manhattan. So this climb is dedicated to his wife Andrea, to his sons, his twins, Patrick and Pierce. This 110 floors is to carry our brother with honor and respect. So now we're going vertical. Just about to start the first one of 7. A few floors after that, and this 110 will be finished. So this climb is dedicated to the FDNY off and on the line, to our brother's family, the O'Hagans, where he was one of 11 siblings, which I can't even try to remember all his names. But it goes out to his full and his extended family. And here we go, first vertical for Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan, Battalion 4. It said our brother was 43 years old when 9/11 happened. That his twins, Patrick and Pierce, were about 18 months old during that time. To know that now they would be probably over 18 years old now, because it's the 18th year of remembrance. To know your father will never be forgotten. To Andrea, your husband, will never be forgotten. Right now he's going up to the 110th floor with honor and respect given for the sacrifices made on and after 9/11/2001. The climbs are on the downward slope now. 99 brothers now left to carry to the 110th floor. Never thought I'd see that for a while, and here we are. So for Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan, our brother used to be a bartender in the Hamptons when he was younger. But before that, I'll start off when he was 7 years old. He wanted to be a firefighter. Although he had family in the NYPD, I believe it was 4 of his siblings. Good morning, Jeff. And he wanted to be a firefighter. So when he was 7 years old, he tried stomping out a fire, which caught his pants on fire, and he received 2nd and 3rd degree burns on his lower extremities. And through the pain, it still did not deter him from wanting to become a firefighter. So, jump to 1992, and our brother, Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan, and his wife, Andrea were on their way, or they were there already, in Kauai, in Hawaii, with a Category 5 hurricane. Hurricane Iniki getting ready to pummel that area. Category 5 on our honeymoon. So, what I read was that Lieutenant O'Hagan, there at the facility, there were 1,500 at their resort that were evacuated. During the evacuation, he took Andrea down to a basement area to seek refuge from the hurricane. Because of his take charge and leadership, he had already done his own recon prior to that happening. We cannot forget the sacrifices made so that others could live. Our brother was assigned to Battalion 4, housed there at Fort Pitt, with Engine 15 and Ladder 18. Although Andrea, in one of her comments, was mentioning that he was a lieutenant on Engine 6, which Engine 6 is also in Manhattan, and they're the Beekman Tigers. But as far as the official record, it shows he responded on Battalion 4. So, that's what it is for right now. This 110 is given an honor and respect for our brother, who was a son, a brother, a husband to Andrea, and a father to the twins, Patrick and Pierce. We're going there now, to the 110th floor. As I said, on his own honeymoon, a Category 5 hurricane, Hurricane Iniki, decimated the area where they were out in Kauai and Hawaii. It said it ripped off the roofs of the buildings. But our brother took his bride and sought refuge. His sons, his twins, that they were able to have, Patrick and Pierce, were born 18 months prior to 9/11, according to what I read. His family said that he gave of his love, his time, and his advice very warmly. We will never forget. We will always remember just the way it is. This is the 343 commitment initial stair climbs prior to the Ansel County going vertical. This 110th floor is dedicated to the FDNY up and on the line, to those at Fort Pitt at Battalion 4, Agents 15, Ladder 18, to the Beekman Tigers, Engine 6, to his wife Andrea, and his sons, Patrick and Pierce. He will never be forgotten. And right now, it's his time to go vertical. Starting the countdown to that final climb with 99 brothers left to carry. Pushing them up. The 244th climb of this commitment. Going all the way to the top. For Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan. Like I said, one of 11 siblings. A large family. We will never forget the sacrifices made so that others could live. So brother, right here. To the 110th floor we go. To our brother who was a very, very good cook, chef, extraordinaire, whatever you wanted to call him. His cuisine was superb, according to family. His wife Andrea said, after everything happened, she was over here burning hot dogs while he's would make the best foods, which people still ask for the recipes from Lieutenant O'Hagan. So right now, with honor and respect, we're going to the top. Our brother was 43 years old, from what I read. 43 years old. His wife had two twins, the twin boys, Patrick and Pierce, left behind, along with his very large family. We will never forget the sacrifices made in response to the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil. It's only a few weeks away. This 18th year of remembrance. This is why we climb, to keep their memories alive, to keep our promise to never forget. For our brother who was assigned to Battalion 4, Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan. It said his mother, please bear with me, but I believe her name was Helen, passed away. And he spent multiples of days with his father. They lived in Riverdale, New York, but he was going to retire the following year, from what it said. And he, Andrea, the boys and their dog were going to move to the Hamptons and have a house near the water, because that's what he loved. So here we are again, live from the gym in Sunland Park, New Mexico. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. 110 floors for Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan. Battalion 4, housed there at Fort Pitt with ladder 18 and engine 15. I read also that engine 15's nickname is Tugboat. It also said during the research that he was assigned to engine 6, which is the Beekman Tigers, there in Manhattan. We will never forget I always remember the sacrifices made on and after 9/11/2001, where those, the ants still counting, who worked the pile for hours, days, weeks, and months until resolve for his family, for the FDNY, and for our country. He's going vertical. So always know of the bravery and heroism that was shown. So upwards of 25,000 would live. Pushing them all the way to the top of the towers. To the 110th floor is where we're going. Symbolically carried with me all the way to the top. Going there now. For Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan, his wife Andrea, and his twins, Patrick and Pierce. Your husband and father will never be forgotten. We're taking them up with honor and respect for the sacrifices made on and after 9/11/2001. Getting closer to the next milestone of 250 brothers to reach the top. Counted the 100 down now. 99 left to go. Pushing them all the way up. And with that, we're getting closer to the last two verticals. There's our brother right here. Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan. It said when he was younger, he would go down to the Hamptons, and he was a bartender or a barback, and he also worked a cookie route with his brother-in-law. Once the twins came along, it said all of that stopped. He was a great father to his young sons, Patrick and Pierce. As I said before, in 1992 during their honeymoon on Kauai in Hawaii,
they faced a giant Category 5 hurricane, Hurricane Nikki, to which our brother took care of his wife, Andrea, by putting her in the basement, and they stayed there with upwards of 1,500 of the guests that were evacuated while the hurricane tore apart the hotel and resort. It said that it basically ripped off the roofs of the hotel. So, in honor of his sacrifice made so that others could live, this is his memorial climb, going to the 110th floor. Our brother, born in Riverdale, New York, lived in Riverdale, New York, and said that he was planning on retiring. He was 43 years old, planning on retiring and moving to the Hamptons. For his wife, Andrea, and sons, Patrick and Pierce. I promise you, your husband and father will never be forgotten. This 110, symbolically, going to the top of the towers. Pushing them all the way up. Almost to the last vertical. Second to last is almost complete. Going there now. Now, last rest spot, last vertical, and then last rest again. Put us around the 101st, to the few floors, to the very top. For our brother Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan, gonna reach it. Going to the top of the towers. With honor and respect given. And as long as this video archive is on Facebook, our brother's legacy and those who come before him will be there for anyone to learn. This is the 343 commitment. And still counting. Initial 110 floors for the 343 before the end, still counting, will take their place. And now, we're just about to hit that last vertical. Here we go, stepping it up for Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan. One of 11 siblings, several in the NYPD. Our brother joined the FDNY. At 7 years old, he received second and third degree burns when he tried to stamp out a fire. But he did not let that pain, nor those burns, stop him from where he was, from joining the FDNY a brother from Riverdale, New York. On 9/11/2001, according to the record, assigned to Battalion 4. Battalion 4, they're at Fort Pitt with Ladder 18, Engine 15, the tugboat. Responded to the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil, becoming part of the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history. We're up to 25,000. We're saved because of the bravery and heroism that was shown. On and after 9/11/2001. Ah. 100. First floor. Nine more to the top. Our brother, who was an excellent cook at the firehouse, a great leader, a husband to Andrea, a father to sons, twins, Patrick and Pierce. We will never forget you. You will never just be a name on a wall, on a memorial, a picture on a wall. Your life will live on. Your legacy will forever be told. These are the reasons we climb, to keep the stories alive for the families, for the FDNY, and for this country. 18 years coming up, 18 years of remembrance. We will never forget. We will always remember. The sacrifices made on and after 9/11/2001. The 343 and the end still counting. Those who worked the pile at ground zero. Upon completion of the initial 343, God willing, will be carried vertical. Each brother and sister involved going to the top. And right now, we're almost there on the 244th climb of the 343 commitment. Starting that downward slope to completion. Never thought we'd get here yet, but here we are. To the 110th floor, we're almost at. To Lieutenant Thomas O'Hagan, dedicated to his wife Andrea, and twins Patrick and Pierce. To Battalion 4, Engine 15, Ladder 18, they're at Fort Pitt and tugboat. We are now complete. Lieutenant O'Hagan, rest easy, my brother. We got it from here.